Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Smash for Tuesday, July 25th, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
And thank you for getting us to 40K. We finally made it.
Woo!
40,000 subscribers to this very Rick and Kelly Show YouTube channel.
40,000!
Thank you.
Now we just have to hit 50.
It's never going to be enough. We got to get to 60 and then...
100, really.
100 is when you get a plaque.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we're going to get that plaque. Someone said in one of the comments, I can't wait for you guys to hang that plaque on your wall.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm also excited about our Elia wine. It is an awesome summer,
Clinky, clinky, drinky, drinky.
Awesome summer wine, especially that rosé. It is just fantastic, and you can get yours at 20% off using the discount code Rick and Kelly 20 at ilia.com.
Yum, yum.
I would really like to crack a bottle right now. I'm going to try not to, but... Is that about your appointment tomorrow?
I have my appointment tomorrow for my butt thing.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Will they jiggle your butt?
I think it's getting harder. But I'm also doing a lot of...
Am I allowed to comment on that?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what happened?
You don't see anything different?
No, I do. I was going to say how much I love your rear end.
Oh, but do you see it different?
It's only getting better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've been lifting too on top of it because she says to incorporate lifting weights.
Yeah.
Even though, like, we lift weights and then I'm like, okay, I'm tired, let's go.
we worked out today. Thank you, Curl Gym, once again for
Curl Fitness.
giving us a place to get fit and healthy. We went to Cosmetic Care earlier. I met you there, and I dropped you off, and then I came back. And while I was gone, I guess the nurse practitioner showed Kelly her boob job.
Yeah.
And so Kelly goes,
Sophia
got new boobs. Rick, do you want to see them? And I looked at Kelly and go, is that a trick question? Because I feel like I could answer this wrong. But I saw images.
I was laughing so hard when he said that.
I saw images.
No, I wanted you to see it.
They look wonderful.
She looked good.
I like
but she
boobs.
had nice boobs to begin with.
She did.
Yeah.
I do like boobs.
I go, which ones do you like better, that one or that one? And Rick goes, that one.
The bigger ones?
The bigger ones.
I did. You know what else I like?
Great.
Our pickleballs. And you know, Barbie did $300 million over the weekend, and Barbie is all about pink. So I feel like these are Barbie pickleballs.
Yeah.
If you want them to be.
Go get some.
We're doing our pickleballpartytown.store special. Buy two, get one free. Now, technically, it's buy two paddles and get one paddle free, or buy two box of balls and get one box of balls free. But a couple people just bought a paddle and box of balls, so I did include a free box of balls, some free Barbie pink pickleballs at pickleballpartytown.store.
Isn't that crazy? That made $300 million.
$300 million. And I said, I read one bad review. I haven't read any real reviews. It's not the kind of movie I would see. And Kelly goes, it's about the kids, right? The little kids.
It's about the little kids. I mean, I loved Barbie when I was a kid. I loved Barbie.
Yeah.
Like, I played with Barbies all the time.
Well, Oppenheimer did real well, too. That's a grown-up movie. That did like 160.
I want to go watch that.
We'll go see it.
Let's go to the movies.
You want to go to the movies?
Yeah.
A little date night?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to
We've
date night.
been watching foreign films lately.
Yeah.
Because Hollywood isn't producing any films lately.
Right.
So we've been watching. We watched this foreign film from the Netherlands.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was good.
It was pretty good, yeah.
I don't remember the name of it.
I don't either.
Okay.
We'll tell you more about it tomorrow. We did get one piece of bad news today.
I got bad news today, guys. Sadly, I did not get the job at the Food Network.
America's Worst Chef. You know why you didn't get America's Worst Chef Celebrity Edition? Because you're America's best chef, not the worst chef. Don't tell anybody. She's amazing.
I wonder if they didn't pick me because of...
What happened at Bravo?
Uh-huh. Or they're scared. But you know what? People that watch Food Network, they're moms. They're like I am.
There's no question.
They're not woke. They're not on, somebody on one of my goes, you have to go to Bravo Reddit and you wouldn't believe the things. I'm like, of course, they're far woke. They're,
Who cares what they say?
Really.
I just felt bad for Kelly because she
This was
deserves
my
a show
jam.
like that, and she is she's brilliant in the kitchen, and you deserve to be on a show like that.
Maybe they thought I was too good.
That's possible. Maybe they were saving you for the next one because
maybe the people that run Food Network are woke and they thought I would be bad business. Maybe I'm stained forever and I'm blacklisted on everything.
Are you allowed to say blacklisted?
I don't know. Am I? Oh, I'm racist. Remember?
I did a Newsmax.
It's always the white women that say that, and then they have the audacity, like someone that I know in your family. They go, "Oh, white privilege," yet you sacrifice over $200,000 for your kids to go to NYU, and they say they're white privilege, and then they call everybody else white privilege. I don't understand that thought process, that thinking of, like, especially me who's Hispanic.
Yeah.
How somebody could say that?
It's arrogant and it's
And I've said
misguided.
Racist. I've said reality T came out with this article saying that I said racist things in the past.
You know what?
Yeah, I never said anything racist in the past. All I said is I don't date black guys because I was married to jerk Michael Dodd at the time.
How do we go down this road?
I don't know. I go on tangents because I'm going by off the comments of like what people say.
Well, you have a tremendous fan base. We have 40,000 subscribers here on this very channel, and many more.
I like
follow
having,
you
know
on.
what? I like having my own platform. I like being able to say what I want and not having to get fined. Fined. I got fined. Like when it was so funny. My girlfriends, we went to go have lunch at Javier's yesterday, and my girlfriend. I told you the Gorsuch people from Aspen. If you've ever been to Aspen, you guys know what Gorsuch is. And she said when I was doing that thing when I was making fun of Vicky with the pig emoji.
Yeah.
She was like, "Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do the pig emoji. Don't do it." And I did it. And I got fined for that too. Bravo fined me for that because I put it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And they're like, fined. I mean, I guess I was probably a little problematic for Bravo.
I think that's a good word for it. But you were the realest of the real.
But I wasn't like problematic where I was getting DUIs, like Gina.
You weren't ripping off old people?
I wasn't ripping off old people.
No,
I wasn't stealing from, burn victims from, I didn't cheat the IRS. I didn't lie in court. I mean.
Definitely not a level playing field. Not fair. It's the judgments were skewed, in my humble opinion. You also got some heat, I guess, for posting pictures. Well, Crystal Minkoff, I guess, got heat for posing for pictures with you at that event last Thursday in LA. But she's a wonderful person.
Oh my God, I loved her.
Yeah, she
totally.
was cool.
I mean, she was something that I did not realize. It was a completely different person than on TV.
Yeah. And
the lady's like a boss. Like she owns vitamin water, like coconut water.
Yeah.
And she sells Costco. Like she's in major grocery stores.
Crushing it.
I mean,
I watched that show and I thought she was just
a kept woman. See, that just shows you how they can direct and want you to look a certain way. You know what I mean? Like they don't show the full you on those shows.
Yeah. Molly Gerson wrote, in regards to people being upset with Crystal for hanging out with you, first let my eyes roll back to the front of my head. Okay, I'm ready. It's obvious that the left, for lack of a better term, has chosen Kelly as their villain because what you said is the closest to what we, as the silent majority, think, and they need to keep as many people asleep as possible. So they're trying to quiet you and bully you to keep you from continuing to speak the truth. Please don't ever back down unless you feel your safety threatened. You guys are the best.
Don't ever back down or else you won't ever get jobs again from these networks because they're too scared.
Perhaps.
Huh? I think that's exactly what that is. That's why everybody on the Orange County Housewives is scared to death to say anything. Scared to death. They're scared to death.
Let's talk about your favorite things. The return of Kelly's favorite things.
Oh yeah, so somebody, I got a comment saying, why do you talk about what people say? Like, we read comments and things like that, and they're like, get some better content. We don't have enough content. Well, if anybody knows anything about YouTube, content usually lasts 10 minutes and then everyone drops off. So we did it for 30 minutes. I think we have enough content, but I like to be interactive with you guys because I learn a lot from you.
Well, I have more comments.
I
got more comments I'm going to read right now because we get some great comments, and we do want to include you guys in our show. So, and it also is great to launch some talking points with you.
Okay, so
but now back to Kelly's favorite thing.
So my favorite thing. So I went to somebody asked me what I do for my they asked me what I do for my face. So I use this cleanser. It's Elastin Gentle Cleanser. I love them. I like Elastin. It's very expensive, but it works very well. They're here in San Diego. They're good. And then I love this new product. It's called Skin Better Science. It's amazing. And then I love this eye cream. So this Advanced Defense Repair Serum is a comprehensive defense antioxidant serum to help fight free radicals that cause accelerated aging. This is crucial for summer to really help protect the barrier of the skin. This can be used morning and at night for the best results before moisturizer. The second product is called Interfuse Eye Treatment Cream. This is a very hydrating cream to improve elasticity and hydration for during the day. It's been proven not to only improve puffiness, under eye, darkness, and crow's feet, but also wrinkles. I do believe in buying good products.
Yeah.
And you can't, like you go to Neiman Marcus or you go to those kinds of things, they're not allowed to have those ingredients, like this real potent ingredients. They have to have it like
watered down
basically. It's
really?
Not as good as if you buy it like at a plastic surgery place. But anyway, you guys can get all these products at cosmeticcare.com, and there's a link direct to your Skin Better's website. The Skin Better is like really good technology.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks
Skin
for sharing
science.
that.
Yeah.
Our viewers' faces will be better served. We do have some comments.
Oh, we do.
Oh, wait, I was going to show the Newsmax clip first.
Oh, yeah.
So these are I did Newsmax Monday evening, in case you missed it. It was Rob Schmidt's show, but Matt Gaetz, the former congressman, was sitting in for him. And so here's some highlights.
Thin privilege is a concept that I think is tricky to get our heads around because if you don't have it, you don't really see how much you have it. I mean, it's a lot like white privilege in that way because you don't see how much it is benefiting you. Let's bring in journalist Rick Leventhal. Rick, how do you plan to deal with this national scourge of thin privilege?
I had to read this a couple of times, Matt, to wrap my head around what her problem is. It seems pretty clear to me that she has her own issues with weight and is trying to shame people by saying a quarter of kids in the U.S. will actually go on a diet, and that's a bad thing. There's a reason why doctors tell us not to get too heavy, because it puts a strain on our internal organs. It's just simply not healthy to be fat. And she said there's some stigma attached to it, that there's a chronic experience of weight stigma, raises your stress level, takes a toll on our bodies. You know what takes a toll on our bodies? Being too heavy.
But now we've also learned that federal government employees might not be able to use the terms husband or wife in their benefits documents if Democrat Congresswoman Julia Brownley has her way. She recently filed legislation to deem these terms husband and wife too gendered for federal service. Rick, many women I know are trying to get called wife in the nearest possible future. Why do you think they flock to such gendered and offensive terms?
I'm just so glad that the government has enough time to tackle these very important issues challenging our country and our world today. Thank you, federal government. Thank you, Democrats, for going after what really matters most. You can't call someone a husband or a wife anymore. I don't know where we're going, but I don't really like it.
We've also learned that Elon Musk rebranding Twitter to X. Seems like every time Elon Musk does something, the left totally explodes. Now Twitter becomes X. I'm just wondering, like, if and when President Trump is back in the office, are we going to have to start referring to mean tweets as mean X's? Will that be confusing for you, Rick?
Well, my reaction to this was this guy paid $44 billion for Twitter, right? And now he's already admitted that it's probably worth less than half of that. But its biggest asset, we all thought, was that little bird in the blue circle. It's Twitter and the birds tweet, and we call them tweets. And now all of a sudden he's jettisoned perhaps the most valuable asset that Twitter had, and now he's calling it this generic X. But listen, the guy is a billionaire. He's made some very good decisions over time. So X could be the next great big thing, Matt.
Patriotism. Right now we're seeing Jason Aldean following the playbook of my friend Kid Rock, freeing himself from the corporatized content machine in his latest ditty. Aldean is not backing down over the left's attempts to cancel his song. Here's what happened at one of his recent concerts.
I love my country, I love my family, and I will do anything to protect that. I can tell you that right
now. So, Rick, will more artists take this route in entertainment and pop culture?
I just want to say, hats off to Jason. Good for him for challenging this nonsense. Good for him for writing a song that actually calls out the violent demonstrations that we all endured, the burning of buildings, the attacks on honest citizens. It's just it was out of control, and now we're supposed to reprimand him for writing a song about it. You know, he obviously has a very large fan base, and he's sticking to his principles and sticking to his guns, and good for him. I'm happy that at least someone, and perhaps he's you know, he and Kid Rock are setting the stage for others to step up and say enough's enough.
All right, one more I've got to get your take on. The U.S. women's national soccer team refused to sing the national anthem, while their competitors playing for Vietnam actually stood and were singing along. So here's the question. Will we have to fight a pointless war for years against the women's soccer team to get them to love America as they should?
I don't know why they wouldn't love America, Matt. I mean, America sent them to compete at the highest level. America's taking very good care of these players, and I get it. You have a First Amendment right. If you don't want to sing the anthem or stand for the anthem, okay, but when you're representing America, I just think you should.
Sometimes they throw things at me at the last minute, like the women's soccer team thing. I didn't know that was coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they gave me 5 other stories. So there's prep involved, and I have to come up with my talking points, how I feel about each story, and read the articles and make sure I'm read up on what it is they're talking about.
So Sophia that was doing the injections, Rick got something about how being overweight is...
the thin thing. Yeah,
it's
like
the thin thing.
That whole thin privilege nonsense.
Thin privilege. Because they're saying it's expensive to... Is that because it's expensive to eat healthy? Is that what they're saying?
It was a book. It was an author who wrote this book, and the point of the book was basically that it's not okay to fat shame, and that we need to stop doing that, and that it's okay to have different body shapes and sizes, which of course is true, that part of it. But then she tried to argue that America was, basically prejudiced against people who were too heavy, and it created stress for them and all this. And basically, she was trying to say, don't say anything bad to anyone who's too heavy, and leave them alone, and don't make them feel bad about their weight. And the nurse was basically reiterating what we were saying, which is that it's not healthy to be that heavy.
Practitioner. She's like, it's not healthy to be that.
Yeah,
when you get to a point where you're that heavy, comorbidities come and go up.
Yeah.
Diabetes goes up. Everything goes up when you get heavy. And, it's just a slippery slope. Things inside you.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing of it is, I'm sorry, I have a thyroid problem, hypothyroid. I can get fat very easily. All it really comes down to, and I'm sorry, you can say yes or no, it comes down calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
Do that Lose It app. If anybody wants to lose weight, do that Lose It app. You will lose weight at that point if you follow the caloric intake on that. I'm sorry, It's simple. It's
Yeah.
not very difficult to
Right.
figure out.
That makes sense to me. Lisa Edelstein, sorry. Rick is the father that Julie has always deserved. She's very lucky. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you.
Jolie is off to San Francisco, and she's very
there?
happy. She FaceTimed you
Can
from
we
the
show
bridge.
some pictures?
Sure.
So, she sent me some pictures.
It's so cool to see her there. She's so grown up now and like flew on her own. And I know she's done that for a long time.
Isn't that weird?
but
You just saw her graduating 8th grade when
Yeah.
we went through that.
when
that
I
thing.
moved here, not long after I moved to California, she graduated 8th grade. Now she's going into her senior year, and she's a different person. Robin Jamie, hands down, Betty Broderick's case is the most fascinating case out there. The Dirty John episodes are based off of Bella Stumbo's book. They lived in San Diego.
Well, the Dirty John wasn't off the book. That's not true.
No, the Betty case was.
Oh, the Dirty John episodes?
Dirty John, Betty Broderick, I think, is based on that book.
Oh, maybe. But I know the LA Times did the podcast, and then that's where
The
'cause
first
I met
one.
the lady.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, you met her too.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, I mean, maybe the Betty was off the book. I don't know, but
Sue Bowles, it's a great Monday with Rick and Kelly. I love your banter. Debbie Rogers, I'm not sure why Kelly doesn't help you with the workload of hosting a podcast, to be honest.
I do. I read.
Of course she
Yes,
does.
of course I do the workload. I do. I'm the one who interviews. I called people today, see if I can interview them to do this cleanse.
And not only that,
I
but
do
Kelly
a
is not,
lot.
she's not sitting around all day. She's always working like I am. She's very busy.
I'm the
And-
one who does like the cooking with Kelly's. I do for my Patreon. I do, and I'm the one who finds content.
Well, not only that, but like you'll cook a meal when I'm putting the rundown together, and so I get to
the
eat.
only thing I don't do is edit.
But she said seeing her editing would be hilarious. She's funny AF. Let her help edit. She
Have you ever
does.
tried to edit? It sucks.
It can be
It's
tedious.
tedious.
It is.
I have ADD. Okay.
I
I'm
also happen to
sorry.
be good at it because I've been doing it my whole adult life. I almost took a job as an editor when I was in between reporting jobs. I know how to edit. Like it's almost second nature for me.
And it doesn't. I mean, he just goes in there and he just goes, "Durr," but he doesn't edit really anything out. You don't edit
Not
out.
very often. I
Thanks.
have, but it's rare.
But I mean, really, when his editing is just putting in the graphics, really,
Yeah.
Like, I could do that. I just
It
don't
wouldn't be
want to.
funny.
It's just,
I don't want
and
to.
but it wouldn't be funny either because it's just tedious. It wouldn't be fun to watch either.
Jay Downs, I don't agree with Fox News, but I love Rick. He clearly is a decent guy. Thanks. With Kelly, and I am glad you all found one another. I watch you guys all the time, even though I don't always agree with all your views. See, that's how it should be. I miss the days where you can disagree but still be friends. Prayers for your family. Thank you very much, Jay Downs.
Why is it always that like the left is like supposed to be the most like tolerant group, but yet they're haters? Like they're so mean. Like they cancel you.
Yeah.
You can't hear the other side. They're right. You're wrong. Trust the science. I don't understand why we can't just listen to both sides. I don't understand the hate.
I don't either.
Huh?
I don't either. I don't know why all of a sudden we stopped sharing.
And everything's racist and homophobe. You're fat shaming.
Yeah.
Like what happened to all of us trying to work together?
Let's all work together.
Whatever happened to that?
Cynthia David, you're the only people Jolie will ever need. Together you guys will make sure she will be okay. Keep doing what you're doing and stay just the way you are.
Oh, Cynthia, it's so true. But see, I had a real good dad. My dad did everything for me. And, not having that, and especially having Michael be a good dad to her when she was little, when we were together, and then now not, it's just bizarre to me. I don't get it, but.
Joyce Towers, Kelly, please don't stop being you and don't listen to the complainers.
Oh, thanks.
Mary McDonald, happy Monday morning. Absolutely love it when I open up my YouTube and there you two are.
Oh.
Jill Wagner, Pernuvo sounds great. My mother had endometrial cancer, so I'm waiting for my Natera genetic testing results to see if I inherited that gene. It's scary, but better to catch it early.
Ooh.
That's what Pernuvo does. They help you catch things early.
Yeah, someone said something like a PET scan and all this stuff. I it's a different. This is different than a PET scan.
Yeah.
This is a completely different thing.
Philly's finest. Kelly, love your realness and rawness. You really open up on real stuff. You are made for reality TV. Someone's network needs to hit you up for a family reality show.
I'm done. I'm canceled. I'm blacklisted. Is that racist?
I think we covered that earlier. I think
Kidding.
someone could interpret it that way. Marie Antoinette D'Amico.
Is that another word they're going to get rid of?
Oh yeah, no
Blacklisted?
question. Oh, it's on the list.
Is that on the list? Are we
Good
not going to be able to say that word too?
Good show today. I enjoyed watching Kelly and Rick. And then something about the charities. Good. When I worked in corporate, they would match donations also, but they had to be pre-approved and on the charity website of our company. In other words, you only get matched if you pick one of the pre-selected charities. That actually makes sense to me.
Yeah. We got one that said, "Do your research, Rick."
Yeah. I'm like, I don't work there anymore, and like I did enough. I was just sharing my thoughts on what they.
Well, Rick was there for 24 years.
Yeah.
That's the way it was. I'm sorry.
Here's something about the flowers from Jar Totable. J.R. Devotable.
Jar to table.
Jar to table. What does that even mean?
Rick's trying to read it like a word.
Rick's right. You measure or eyeball the distance from flower head to vase top that you want to show, then add the height of the vase and cut. But in fact, you do it in one swift subconscious action.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to try that.
Rick is one handsome silver fox.
What does it say? Just flipping the plate?
Just by the flipping plate, I would be happy I didn't have to rack my brain. I don't know what that's in reference to.
I don't either.
Listen, the two of you compliment each other so much. Kelly, you are absolutely hysterical, and Rick, you balance everything out. Keep entertaining. You guys are awesome. By the way, Rick, your book was so good. Thanks for sharing.
That's so nice.
Chasing Catastrophe, available on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com.
Where is it?
It's a great book. I have a copy back there. You want me to go get one?
I told Rick, when we go into, like, on a trip, I want to listen to it.
Oh, yeah,
I can't
the
listen to
audio
your voice.
version. You can go to Audible and upload whatever load it is.
It will put me right to sleep.
The soothing sound of my voice in your ear as you fall asleep.
Kelster. People call me Kelster all the time.
Hey, Kelster, from Beth Walters. Just an FYI, when you are putting cut flowers, make sure there is no leaves or foliage at all, as it creates a slimy gel that kills the flowers. Also put a quarter aspirin into the water.
Wow, that's a great idea.
I heard that before, actually, the aspirin in the water trick.
Really? Do we have any aspirin?
Yeah, we do, actually. You know, crush one up.
Yeah.
What's the stuff that they give you to put in the water?
That's like food.
Oh, it's plant food?
I don't know what's in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
In the news now.
In the news.
Remember yesterday we told you about how Elon Musk was potentially changing Twitter, dropping the bird and making it X? Well, there's a story today that Elon Musk is risking new Coke-style marketing blunder after ditching Bluebird for X logo.
New Coke?
I don't know if you remember New Coke. You were probably very young when New Coke came out. No. But the Coca-Cola was like the best-known brand in the entire world. It probably still is. And someone in marketing decided to make a New Coke. And they were like, New Coke? It's better than Coke. It's New Coke.
Well, isn't that what Coke Zero is?
Yeah, but when they unveiled New Coke, the campaign was so misguided and so poorly handled, people just turned on Coca-Cola. Kind of like they're turning on Target and Bud Light now, but for different reasons. They're like, no, I don't. New Coke didn't taste as good. It was just a bad move. Coke almost ruined its brand by trying to change, New Coke. Well, Elon Musk ditched Twitter's iconic blue bird branding in favor of a generic-looking X logo. One expert suggested it could rival the infamously ill-received New Coke rebrand of the 1980s. The refresh is part of Musk's long-stated strategy to build a do-it-all super app, but a jaw-dropper for advertisers. It takes away from the value. That's what you said yesterday, right? That that the Twitter bird, like they worked very hard to create this icon, this symbol that everyone recognizes. That's the value of the company.
Well, so you know how like tech works, right? So you see somebody, they're like, oh, well, I invented this thing. And then you see some big, huge conglomerate like Google, and they buy this little piece. And you're like, well, why didn't Google just make that, right? Like you think, why didn't Elon Musk just buy that, right?
Just create
his own, right? Just like Facebook, right? There was already MySpace.
Yeah.
MySpace was already there. It's the same as Facebook, but they're like, oh, he invented Facebook. He took the same code and everything else, and he made it Facebook. He rebranded it, right? And that went away. But so in little tech companies, I know this from being with Betty Broderick. They buy these because it gets too expensive to do. It's already marketed. It's already there. All the platforms, all the code, everything is already set up, and it's just cheaper to buy a company and put the software or whatever it is into the tech and the technology.
And the company that owns Facebook and Instagram, Meta, started a rival to Twitter called Threads. It's already got tens of millions of subscribers. Why couldn't Elon Musk have just created X and to compete against Twitter? He already said he paid $44 billion. He said
now it's already half of it, and it's worth
he says it's worth less than half.
Well, he has to do evaluation. So if he says it's worth less than half, it's half. I mean, it's a stock.
So he's calling it X. I guess he's calling it X. He's got an X emblem. No more Twitter bird. Have you gone on Twitter and looked to see? Go on Twitter and see if it's just X now and there's no bird there.
Bird brain.
I wonder if we have to reload it.
But it's like sometimes it's cheaper.
It's still a bird.
Sometimes it's like Twitter, right? It's like a tweet. It's a little bird that tweets.
Here's the thing, though. This is what I said on Newsmax.
But it is already branded.
Yeah.
It's already like established. But I don't know. I think he wants to rebrand it. And you know what? I'm not going to say this guy is an idiot because the guy's almost a trillionaire. He's been doing something right his whole life. He's a total genius.
Right.
So if he's going to make it an X and the guy he invented PayPal. I mean, the guy is a genius. He has taken so many companies.
He's sending
public.
rockets into space.
I mean, the guy's like
he built the Tesla.
I'm
That's
not
what I
gonna
said.
be like,
he's a billionaire. Like a guy, obviously, he's a smart guy, and he's probably going to come out on top on this.
Well, I think he's going to come up on top. And thank God. You know why? Because he saw these stupid idiots over there in San Francisco with Twitter, and they were silencing you, and he took it over. And I think he did that for the greater good of society. Because once you start silencing people and telling things you have to fact check and all this BS that they're doing, these people that are silencing you and not saying things, you're not allowed to say anything because it's not fact checked. I mean, that's the first thing to go when you start going into communism is silencing you. That's what they want to do. So he wanted to take that over and say, hey, you guys are preventing freedom of speech.
All right, well, we'll wish you all the best, Elon, with your X. He's got a lot of X's.
I'm an X out. You're an X.
We're over 30 minutes.
Oh, Jesus.
We
don't have enough content on here, that guy said. We're reading people's comments.
If you want more content, go to our Rick and Kelly show on patreon.com. It's longer, unfiltered, uncensored, and commercial free. And we have a very fast-growing list of subscribers there as well. And we appreciate our patrons, just like we appreciate you guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet here, please hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Let's get to 50K
this month. 50K.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.